You think attraction is magic. You think it is luck. You think it is tricks. It is not. It is psychology. It is presence. It is who you are. Most men miss this. They chase outcomes. They chase approval. They chase reactions. That is the hook. And it fails every time. Before we go deeper, before anything else, take one calm second. If this message helps you, if it grounds you, if it sharpens you, subscribe to this channel, not for motivation, for clarity, for truth. Now listen closely. Attraction is not created. It is revealed. Women do not want effort. They do not want need. They do not want performance. They respond to alignment. They feel inner stability. They sense self-trust. This is uncomfortable because it removes excuses, because it removes tactics. If you are chasing women, you already lost ground, not because chasing is evil, but because it signals absence, absence of purpose, absence of direction, absence of inner weight. Attraction begins internally, always has, always will. A man with no center becomes reactive, becomes loud, becomes flexible, not adaptable. Flexible, bending for approval. Women feel that instantly, before words land, before smiles register. You cannot fake grounding. This is the first truth, and most men avoid it. You want desire, but avoid discipline. You want attention, but avoid silence. You want attraction, but avoid responsibility. Real attraction grows slowly, like deep roots. Invisible at first, shallow attraction flashes fast, then collapses. Not this, but this. Not intensity, but consistency. Not charm, but calm. Not validation seeking, but self-respect. Self-respect is felt, not announced. A man with self-respect moves deliberately, speaks when needed, stops explaining himself. He does not convince, he does not plead, he does not rush. Women notice that. Because it is rare, most men overcommunicate. They justify everything. They fear misunderstanding. Strength does not clarify constantly. Strength lets silence speak. Psychology matters here. The nervous system reads cues before logic engages. A grounded man regulates his own state. An anxious man looks outward for regulation. Guess which feels attractive? Women are not drawn to chaos. They are drawn to safety. Not boring safety, emotional safety. The safety of direction. The safety of self-trust. This is not weakness. This is maturity. False strength performs. Real strength stabilizes. False confidence brags. Real confidence listens. False dominance controls. Real presence leads quietly. Men confuse attraction with dominance. They think pressure creates desire. Pressure creates resistance, always. Relaxed certainty creates openness. That certainty comes from purpose. Purpose is not ambition. It is orientation. It is waking up aligned, knowing what matters today. A man without purpose uses women as meaning. A man with purpose shares space without need. That difference is everything. Attraction grows in contrast. Not this, but this. Not needing to be chosen, but choosing deliberately. Not trying to impress, but being impressed rarely. Not filling silence, but holding it. Women feel chosen energy. It feels grounding. It feels intentional. Needy energy feels hollow. It drains the room. Here is another truth. You do not attract women. You attract responses. Your inner state creates external feedback. Fix the state, the response follows. Men try to optimize behavior, posture, tone, timing. Those help later, never first. Behavior without identity collapses. Identity is who you are when nobody is watching. Your habits, your standards, your boundaries. A man with boundaries does not chase confusion. He walks away calmly, without bitterness, without revenge. That alone creates attraction, not because it is a tactic, because it signals wholeness. Women trust men who trust themselves. That trust is earned through consistency. You cannot binge confidence. You build it. Daily discipline, daily integrity, doing what you said, even when unseen. That shapes your nervous system. That shapes your presence. Now the uncomfortable part. Some men are invisible, not because of looks, not because of money, because they have no gravity. They float emotionally. They adapt too fast. They mirror too much. Attraction requires polarity, not aggression. Direction. A man moving forward invites alignment. A man waiting to be guided repels unconsciously. This is not gender politics. This is human psychology. People follow grounded energy. They resist unstable energy. Women are not puzzles. They are perceivers. They feel safety or tension, openness or pressure. Your job is simple, not easy. Become solid. Solid in values, solid in routines, solid in emotional regulation. You do not argue emotions. You allow them. You do not collapse under them. You stand steady. That steadiness feels rare, and rarity attracts. Another contrast, not chasing chemistry, building compatibility, not sparks, but substance. Sparks burn fast. Substance warms long. Men obsessed with chemistry. Stay addicted to chaos. Men focused on growth. Attract stability. Women choosing stability. Choose men who choose themselves. This is key. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. When you abandon yourself, others sense it. They respect you less, even if they like you. Attraction without respect fades. Respect begins internally. You do not beg for clarity. You offer clarity. You do not tolerate disrespect. You calmly exit. You do not overinvest early. You observe. That restraint is strength. Psychologically, restraint signals abundance, not fake abundance. Inner sufficiency. You enjoy connection, but you are not dependent. That balance is powerful. Here is where men struggle. Loneliness pushes shortcuts. Shortcuts lead to tactics. Tactics lead to inauthenticity. Inauthenticity kills attraction. Slow down. Build a life you respect. Then invite someone into it. Do not build your life around being chosen. Build it around being aligned. Attraction then becomes natural, not forced. Women respond to men who move with intention, men who know when to stay and when to walk. That clarity is felt. The deepest truth. You cannot make anyone want you, but you can become someone who is easy to want by being grounded, by being honest, by being disciplined. Not for women, for yourself. The psychology is simple. People lean toward stability. They pull away from need, become stable. Not emotionally closed, emotionally regulated, not distant, self-contained. Masculine grounding is calm awareness, feet on the ground, breath steady, mind clear, no rush, no proving. Presence alone changes rooms. That presence is built through repetition, gym sessions, early mornings, keeping promises, saying no cleanly, saying yes deliberately. That is the work, not lines, not tricks. A man who respects himself does not fear rejection. Rejection becomes information, not a wound. That emotional resilience is deeply attractive because it feels safe, because it feels mature. This is how attraction works. Quietly, subtly, predictably. Not this, but this. Not chasing women. Becoming a man, not forcing desire, allowing resonance, not performing masculinity. Living it calmly. If this resonated, if this grounded you, subscribe to this channel for truth, for clarity, for steady growth.